Hello, folks. Welcome back to my live. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon. How is everyone doing? Come into the live. Check into the live. Check into the live, folks. Come on into the live. Let's talk about it on a Wednesday. So come on into the live. Give me a thumbs up when you come on in. Show some respect to your host. Give me a thumbs up. Share the video, like the video, leave your comments as well. All these things are appreciated, guys. So your thumbs up is always appreciated. Your likes, even your dislikes, because your dislikes help me to do better in my craft, so I could bring forth the real deal to you guys. So yes, folks, take your time and come on in. And while you come on in, guys, while you're coming in, hit the Cash App. While you come on in, guys, just hit the Cash App. Doesn't matter how much, $1, $2, $3, $5, $10, $20, $100, $1,000. I don't care. If you can afford it, hit the Cash App. Show them what you can afford. How about you, boy? Spend some Skrilla with Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, guys. I've been grinding now for a while, putting out content, speaking on issues that I think should be speak about more in our community, in our circle, especially if you're a person of age. But we're going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about it. Just come on in, folks. Hit the Cash App. Give me a thumbs up. Like the video, share the video. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Chronic Pain is in the house. And if you're not listening today, are you dumb? No, I don't think so. Yeah, so come on in. You're not dumb, so let's come on in. Rock can come in slowly. It's a Wednesday, hump day. So take your time and come on into the show. For those who are driving home, keep your hands on the wheel, your eyes in front of you, and pay attention to your circle always. And try to get home safe to your family or your friends or your cats or your dogs or whichever your likings are as far as company. Whatever kind of company you like to have around you, because sometimes when people get older, they tend to have maybe a dog or a cat. Me personally, I thought about some goldfish, but then I said to myself, when I leave my house for a while, then who's going to feed my goldfish? Yes, I leave the air conditioner on, so the temperature stays the same. But who's going to change the water? Who's going to feed my goldfish? So yes. So when it comes on to pets, I do consider and I weigh my options as well. When it comes on to pets, me having a pet, try to take care of a pet because a pet need nurturing, caring, just like human being. A pet needs, time, especially when they're small, young puppies or, young cats or, whatever small pets you have. They need that time just like, any young baby out there, but less than a baby because a baby takes a village, so it takes a village for a baby. So I can't compare out there, I can't compare. But pets need those attention when they're small, just to groom them and get them into the groove where you can, say they're on their own for as far as feeding themselves, and you just change the water, change the food, change the mess, and life goes on. But you have to be in the house. You have to at least, be around. Even if you have a job, you still come home. You still have to change, change the water, etc., etc. All these things, you have to deal with having a pet. And I'm sure a lot of you guys don't mind because having a pet that comes with it. So why should you mind? It comes with the territory, just like having a child, and you have to care for that child. So yes, folks, once again, welcome back to another edition of my show. My name is Raymond Nugents, aka Chronic Pain the Inner Demon. How was everyone doing out there? How is everyone doing out there? Hope y'all are doing well on this Wednesday, hump day. For the ones who go to work, for the ones who are at work are going to work, I wish you guys a speedy weekend. I surely do. I wish you guys a speedy weekend. Because it's spring break now in Florida. Yes, folks, spring break in Florida. And we are seeing a lot of tourists now in Florida, Daytona Beach, Miami. There's a lot of spring breakers around right now. A lot of spring breakers, folks. Um, yes, so there's a lot of spring breakers around right now. A lot. A lot of spring breakers. Here in Florida, you go around now, you see a lot of spring breakers hanging out in Miami, Tampa, y'all in St. Petersburg. You have spring breakers down in Fort Lauderdale enjoying themselves. Because, folks, um, a year ago, this time, for some people, this was impossible. And now we are seeing where, people are, getting a little bit more comfortable, I should say, in their ins and outs. And now you see people going out and enjoying themselves. Because there's a lot of kids on the beach in Florida here for spring break. I didn't expect to see this much kids, seriously, but a lot of kids on the beach, for spring break here in Florida. A lot of kids, you know, enjoying themselves as they should, as long as you do it safe. As long as you do it safe, that's all that matters, right? As long as you do it safe. So yeah, there's a lot of spring breakers here in Florida enjoying themselves. But folks, tonight we want to talk. We just want to talk. Like I said, on the screen earlier. Let's talk on a Wednesday. So come on in. Hit the Cash App. come into the chat room. Don't be afraid. Give me a super chat, thumbs up. You know what I mean? Yeah, let's keep it rolling. So let's come on in on a Wednesday in the chat room with chronic pain. Because, friends and folks, let me tell you something. Everybody and anybody has somebody in their family going through chronic pain at this present moment. Because chronic pain affects a lot of family in this world. In America alone, the numbers are astronomical. So a lot of you guys out there, ladies as well, moms, husbands, grandfathers, understand what chronic pain is all about, because a lot of you guys, been through it, living with it. Because I remember, folks, when I was young, true story, my grandmother, she had arthritis. I was a youngster. So every time it's gonna rain, like a day or two before, she always asked me to rub that, arthritis right up by her shoulder, where she have that pain, where that knot, she have that knot. And I used to rub that knot, for so long, just rub that knot, just rub it off of my grandma so she could have some discomfort. So she could have some comfort, I should say. I rub out the discomfort so she could have some comfort. You know, I didn't really know exactly what I was really truly doing for her as far as pain relief is concerned. The magnitude, I didn't know, but I just continuously, every time she called, I rub that knot for her until she feel where she can manage, you know. But fast forward to my life, that's the only person I've ever seen live with certain type of chronic illness was my grandmother, my father's mother. She lives with arthritis. And now in my situation, a person that lives with chronic pain because I've been through so many surgeries, spinal fusions. I live with neuropathy and all these other chronic pain. So now I do understand what my grandma was saying and asking to rub the pain here or there just to get some comfort. It took me a while, but now I do understand. As a man of a certain age, that's the only type of discomfort I live with. Thank God. You know, um, the chronic pain because of the nerve damage that I have. So thank God that's the only chronic issues that I have. I give thanks to the higher power for that and my ability and my capability to still maneuver and go on through life. Life is a blessing. We only have one. And no matter how rocky the road is, with this one life, we have to live it to the fullest of our understanding, our belief, and what we stand for. Because sometimes you have to go 10 toes down for life and what you stand for, which makes a lot of sense. And other times you can be more mutual. Well, that's just life on the journey of life. Sometimes we do get derailed, but we'll find ourselves back on the track. That's the most important part of it. We find ourselves back on that track. So, for my folks out there in chronic pain, today, Wednesday, I hope you guys are looking forward to the spring coming up and the weather giving a break. So, you guys could have a break as far as going out and walking around to alleviate some of your chronic conditions. as pain is concerned. The winter was okay from me seeing it on television. It wasn't that bad compared to last winter or the winter before, where the storm, it was just so treacherous. It's just this year we see a lot more tornadoes, which is very scary, in my opinion. Yeah, I really can't stand tornadoes. Very scary. The time we're living in now, folks, with a war going on in the Ukraine, Vladimir Putin's war. The time we're living in right now is very crucial. That's why we have to enjoy every bit of it to the fullest with our loved ones, our friends, our family. Because when you look at the Ukraine, 8 months ago, if you tell these people, hey, your life was going to be disrupted the way it is today, they would tell you, no, you're lying. There's no such thing. It's not going to be that way because this is how I'm living, just like how we live in America today, going about our day to day lives. And in the blink of an eye, the Ukraine has become, yeah, look what the Ukraine has become. It's like I'm watching Beirut all over again. That's what the Ukraine has become. Never mind COVID, that they blindside us and stop talking about COVID. Every day now is the war. What about COVID? Is it still here? Where's Dr. Fauci? How come I don't see you guys having press conferences anymore, letting people know still what's going on with COVID and giving people that sense of relief that want to go back out and enjoy themselves? Where's Dr. Fauci? I don't see him no more on CNN doing press conferences. All I see now is the war in the Ukraine, which comes with a lot of propaganda, lots of propaganda, smoke screen, smoke, 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 smoke screens. Whew, I tell you. Chronic pain, demon in the house, guys. Hit the Cash App. Give me a thumbs up, God damn it, when you come in the room. Show me some respect. So yes, folks, for my friends in chronic pain, a time like this when the weather is breaking, I used to take advantage, go into the malls, try to do the outdoor walking. All these things help me to propel to where I'm at today, as far as my mobility, you know. So take advantage when the weather gives you a chance to do some outdoor walking. Take advantage of that because it really helps a lot. And just your moderate exercise. You know, I'm sure you guys know what to do from listening to your therapist, doctors, and also other people that encourage you to do right and do what's best for your condition. Because I know chronic pain is a hell of a thing. It hurts like hell continuously, especially when it comes on, and it also have its own light switch, just on and off, its own switch. So the body have to learn to tolerate what it puts out as far as pain scale, as far as how high your pain scale is from 1 to 10. Yeah. So for me, I never know how I'm going to feel with the pain scale, and because I don't take pain medications anymore, I get immune to the pain to where I could deal with it to a point where that if I can't sleep, stuff like that, I have to get up and walk around or come out and watch television because it's hard laying down with chronic back pain. Chronic pain in your back, your cervical spine. It's very hard to lay down on a pillow if you have cervical injury. It's hard to lay on a pillow. You have to find special pillows for your surgical injuries so you could have a good night's sleep or some sort of piece of rest. It might not be a good night's sleep, but some sort of piece of rest. Because I tell you, folks, when I got injured and I was going through my time, I tried so many different ways of sleeping, so many different pillows. I had to have a pillow in between my legs and lay there like in the fetal position just to go to sleep. And that's how I could sleep for years because I couldn't sleep on my back. I couldn't sleep on my stomach. I couldn't sleep on my side for years. You talk about something that's challenging, something that's rough, something that's overbearing, and all the above when it comes on to crucial punishment where pain is concerned. I was feeling all the above. Yes, folks, hit the cash app when you come on in. Give me a thumbs up. Don't be afraid to like the video, subscribe to the machine, share the video, tell a friend to tell a friend chronic pain is in the house so they could turn me on their television and tune into the show. So, yes, my condition, what I went through, was very treacherous. Very treacherous. You're at a point where you can't sit for too long, or you can't sit in certain chairs. You have to sit in something that have cushions. You have to sit somewhere where you have a back pillow so you could brace your back, so you could have some type of support in the back. Or you have to walk with your own stuff to sit on, to have a back. All these things, guys, that I went through. When my daughter was in cheerleading, when she was doing track and field, I had to buy all these things just to accommodate my injury so I could go around and support my daughter in her endeavors in high school. Speaking of my daughter, folks, my son called me today. My son called me today. Hello, hey, my friend. Nice to have you here. JRMT House, nice to have you here. So, yes, folks, my son called me today, and I was so ecstatic. He called today telling his pops that he missed him. Thank you, my friend. Telling his pops how much, he adores him. Then he said to me, Dad, for all those times that you were talking to when I was young, I didn't really pay attention and listen to you, and I'm very sorry. Because he becomes a father now with a daughter of 5 years old, and he's trying to grasp the understanding of what it is to mold a child and raise a child. My son is 26 years old, so now he's becoming into where you have to learn how to mold his daughter and listen to how, the stuff that she goes through in school, out of school, with her friends. Now he's telling her the same things I always tell him. Stay out of trouble. do your work. Right, JRMT House? Stay out of trouble, do your work. Becomes, a person of society that could do some good and change some lives. Now, he's saying to me, he understand. And I was like, wow, this man had me so ecstatic today. He actually made my day. Seriously. Made my day today. Called me. He apologized for all the nonsense he talked, what I was trying to talk to him about, pulling your pants up, keeping your pants at your waist, wear a belt, always look like a man, always look like a leader, not a follower. So now he understands all these things. So he called me and now he apologized to me for all the nonsense that I had to put up with him and the misunderstanding between both of us. Folks, I love my son dearly, just like any other parent out there. But I was raising my son part time. Then the rest of the time he goes to his mom and he just does what he does. So I could only, you know, even though I talked to him on the telephone when he's with his mother, I could only do but so much at that time. No, because he's not told to me sometimes. But I tried to do the best I could as a father, and still can, and I raised him well. But the mistakes he made and the choices that he made, those are his choices because he didn't listen and he didn't learn. So you learn the hard way. That's just life, my friend. There's no shortcuts around life. When you warn these young kids today, they said, "Ah, you guys are older. You live your time already. Ah, whoop de who, woo woo woo, and all that good stuff." Until they find themselves, their back is against the wall. That's when they call in an old head or an older person, or they're looking for a lawyer that have so much time, as far as experience is concerned. You're looking for a lawyer that's in the business a long time. Of course, it's going to be a man of a certain age, with experience, and that's who you fall to and spend your money with just to try to get you out of trouble. So you see, you go right back to the old head, to the old man that you said was old, that you didn't listen to pay money now to bail you out of trouble. While your father was telling you XYZ before you get into trouble, you didn't listen. So now you have to go back and pay this old head lawyer. When I said old head, I mean lawyers with experience, to get you out of trouble. So what's the difference? It's just best if you listen to your parents. It costs you less stress, less money, less headache, and a better peace of mind. So when my son called me today and apologized, yes, I was ecstatic. Makes me feel good as a father because you know why it makes me feel good? And I'm just going to differentiate this because I took care of my kids. That's why it makes me feel good. I took care of my kids. So if you're a father out there that didn't take care of your kid and your kid be calling you or whatever, that doesn't mean it should make you feel good, okay? Because you didn't take care of your child. I took care of my kids. So that's why it makes me feel good because I took great care of them. Yeah, I'm not perfect when it comes down to my kids. I make sure I take care of them. Speaking of kids, what I saw going on out there, my heart goes out to Kanye West, and his, wife as well. Mr. Kanye West is a visualize things. He's a great entrepreneur. Um, some people say he's a genius. Um, it's a man that knows hit music. When it comes on to taste, fashion, he knows it. He have his brand, the Easy, that's doing tremendously. Have his kids. I think he's still married. I'm not sure. Beautiful kids. And he's going through a rough time. And as a father, guys, give this man some space. Yes, he's doing some things that might not be appropriate to you or me or to the rest of the public. But, you live and learn through your journey of life. Because think about it. I have 3 kids with this woman. Now we're separated. She's living with some other guy in the house or, staying with some other guy in the house or whatever. My 3 kids are there. Yes, I'm highly concerned. I have daughters, so does I have a son. So I'm highly concerned about my kids and their well-being, the way they've been treated, if they've been mistreated, or they're happy with their new life, the new presence. So yes, it's tough what's going on with Mr. Kanye West. And I really think we should give him a break, cut him some slack, and just let's see what he will do within himself as far as, self-destruction. Because I don't think Kanye West is a self-destructive person. I think Kanye West is a very constructive person, very smart, very innovative. And I'm sure he's mindful of what he's doing. And I'm sure his legal teams are also assisting him, just in case, Yeah, but he do go off on a rant when he get ready. But who doesn't go off on a rant when they're pissed off? Their mate. You have kids involved. That's your heart. That's somewhere else. That's someone who's trying to, take care of your heart. No, you have to take care of your own heart. These are my seeds. I take care of my seeds. You know, I understand and I know that divorce happens in life where, you have in-laws and father-in-laws, but I haven't really met one man in my life that said he would feel comfortable with an in-law raising his child, you know, or even one woman who would be comfortable with an in-law raising her child. That's not an easy thing to digest, folks. It's not easy. So a lot of us are of a certain age, maybe Kanye age, already have kids and have our lives and our husbands and our wives, and we're sitting there and being hypocritical. Just put yourself in Kanye's shoes for 1 second. I have 3 kids with this woman, a very famous woman, or living her life out loud in the crowd, social media, all around. So people see everything that she do, and also they scrutinize. And within that scrutiny, you're going to involve the kids because there's no pepper without salt, and there's no salt without pepper. So yes, I do understand this man. That doesn't mean that I agree with his actions, but I do understand him as a man. It's not easy to watch someone else take your kids out for ice cream or to dinner, or taking your kids to their basketball games, their practices, taking your kids camping, shopping. That's supposed to be you. That's supposed to be your time with your child or your children that you want to chill with and have that type of bond as a father. So, folks, this doesn't come down to money because money doesn't really solve this. It's all about in here. Because if money could have solved it, Kanye would have paid for it already. But it's all about from here, how you feel about your kids and somebody else in the house with your kids. So let that sink in for a few folks. I don't know what's going on with him and Kim. That's their business, But I'm talking about the kids. They're grown. They do what they want to do. They're two married people, whatever. But I'm talking about the kids and how I put myself in this predicament. Because as a man of certain age, I raised two kids, a girl and a boy. Thank God. And now I have two grandkids, two girls, two granddaughters. Gabriella, Ariella, Aria and Gabriella. Aria is going to be 6, Gabriella 4, going on 5, going on 20. But that's okay. And I love that. And I would never change that for the world because you know what, guys? Growing up, life was, for me, getting married. You have a family, you have your kids, send them off to school, off to college. They find a job, get married, you have grandkids. Then you cherish your grandkids and start all over again. Where, you might not put in all as much finance as you put in on your kids because you have your kids and your husbands to do that, but you put in time and the love. So it's no difference for me because if my grandkids, if I can't talk to them, then I'm going to feel a certain type of way. If I can't see them, I'm going to feel a certain type of way. So, Kanye, I do really feel for you, especially now that your life is so much in the limelight. And the fact that you bought a car, bought a house across the street from your wife, that part of it, Kanye, I don't really get because that's kind of narcissistic to me. If you really did that, that I don't understand because I would never buy a house across from my ex because that just torment the hell out of me to see her and her new mate pulling in and out every time they're going out for dinner, for movies, skinny dipping, all that type of shit. So I wouldn't want to see all that stuff. Folks, hit the cash app when you come in. Show some respect, show some love to the machine. Thank you very much. I was drinking I made us some beetroot and ginger. I'm drinking that stuff, but I have to chase it with water. Beetroot and ginger. That's what it is. Clean the system out, give you a nice flush out. I bought the beetroot in the grocery store. Bought the ginger. I also bought carrots because I had some herbal stuff that I brought from Jamaica a few years ago. But some of them I boiled and I had leftovers. Cheney root. Um, Jesus, I can't remember. I have Medina, soursop leaf. The strong buck. The bark. Yeah, sarsaparilla and all of that stuff. I boil them up with the beetroot and ginger. Yes, stamina. You see it. Stamina ready. Stamina ready. We have to build up our body. Yeah, so beat up the beetroot and ginger with all the extra stuff in there, and I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. I am sure feeling it, guys. How are you feeling? How's everyone out there doing? Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, coming to you. Yes, on a Wednesday. Let's talk. Let's talk. Let's do this, man. Let's talk. Give me a thumbs up while you come in the room, guys. Don't forget to hit the Cash App. I'm still there. I'm also on the super chat. Don't be afraid to hit the super chat as well. And if you come in to make some mindle, growing your channel, you could do the same thing as well. Or if you just want to listen to the content, just give me a thumbs up. Hit the super chat if you can. But if you can't, just listen to the content and we will be fine. So let's rock on a Wednesday, folks. Let's rock on a Wednesday. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Yeah. Let's rock on a Wednesday, And if someone want to come on up, let me know. Let me know for sure. You want to come on up and say something. Represent where you're from, how you're doing, how you're managing the new normal of the world, and also how are you coping with the war in the Ukraine. There's a lot to talk about. So with all the foreigners, you have a lot of stuff you could talk to us about. So if you want to come on up, I am here for any and everything. So we could talk. Me having a phone call with my son today, we could discuss that. Or we could discuss, chronic pain, living with chronic pain, how to live with chronic pain, and just how to maneuver, because living with chronic pain, folks, it's not an easy thing. I'm sure the ones who are living with chronic pain by now know it's not easy. For me, it took me years, research, trying different methods, trying to keep myself intact, trying to keep my composure, try to learn myself, try to learn what I'm going through. And to me, that helps me become a more caliber person within myself as far as how to operate and take care of my body at the same time. So that's why I said, knowledge, and I'm sure we all know that by now, is key to the brain, and it also becomes key when it comes on to survival. Because for me, when I got injured, my thinking was about survival. I didn't have the knowledge when it comes on to my injury as yet, and I was afraid. That made me afraid. So by not having knowledge, sometimes it could make you so much afraid that you just lose focus and how to get over that hump or that challenge. Because I lost focus for a while. Yes, I did. I lost, but I had to get back on track with the help of my psychologist and my psychiatrist. Got me back on track, get me to realize what I'm going through, assure me that I'm not the only one, which I knew that, but when you're going through it, you're not really thinking about that. Show me different methods of how to challenge my flare ups as far as pain is concerned. and also learn how to execute when it comes on to alleviate the pain that flare ups on me. So, yes, folks, therapy does work. It works for me. Maybe we need to send Vladimir Putin to therapy. Well, it's not a maybe. Vladimir Putin really needs therapy. This is not a maybe. Vladimir Putin needs some serious psychological help. So thank you, my friend, for that one. But yeah, Vladimir Putin needs some serious help. You know, serious help. The way this world is going right now, this man is teasing the United States in World War III, but we can't we can't fall for his bluffing and his bullshit because we can't instill World War III upon us without imminent threat because that will cause an astronomical amount of lives, and it will also change and rewrite history. So we have to be careful, folks. We have to be very careful. That's why you see the United States threading this war like a needle in a haystack, because there's a man in Russia that's called Vladimir Putin. He will go off just like a light switch, just like my chronic pain. No warning, just whoosh. Yeah, it will go off just like my chronic pain. So America have to be very gentle on how to tread the line with Mr. Putin, the relationships, and how they try to diffuse this war, and also their support for and in the Ukraine. Wendy Williams, can't wait to see you on your podcast. Kwame Brown, I don't know what's going on with you and Tommy Sotomayor, but it is entertaining. That's just my opinion. With what going on with Kwame Brown and Tommy Sotomayor, it's educating and also entertaining. Because I didn't know Kwame Brown's father was charged for such heinous crime. Truth to be told. But it's not Kwame's fault. So, whatever these two gentlemen have going back and forth, yes, it is entertaining. So, Mr. Tommy Sotomayor, you are a pioneer in this YouTube business. I watch your channel. You're very articulate, very ambitious. But what's the deal with you and Kwame? I mean, seriously, for real. What's up with you and Kwame? Are you guys going to get over this hump or not? Serious. Come on now. Because you have Gilbert on your show. Gilbert, said his piece, in his entanglement with Kwame. And you did the reruns of Kwame, and you break it down for us listeners to hear. And I tell you, Mr. Tommy Sotomayor, that is very entertaining. Yes, I must say, I look forward when I'm in the gym doing my exercise, listening to you guys going back and forth with all this entertainment. You have Mr. Skinny involved in the mix. Also, Mr. Skinny is another YouTube blogger, smoking his hookah, just like Kwame, another blogger who do his thing. It's their thing, guys. It's what they do, what they like. So I can't be mad at somebody for what they like and what they do. Kwame, I know they're dragging him because you were a first round pick out of high school, signed a big contract for $100 million. You have to understand, Kwame. You're signing out of high school for $100 million. Gilbert Arenas didn't sign out of high school for over $100 million. Gilbert got signed that money when he came into the league and showed his potential. So that's why Gilbert became the $100 million man, because he came into the league and showed his potential. You show your potential in high school. And Kwame, I'm a big fan of yours, but I'm just going to tell you the truth. You show your potential in high school, Kwame, but when you came to the league, you fold with that money. And that's why black people are like, what the fuck? So that's what really happened. And that's why people have a gripe with you, Quams. You know what I mean? So you need to set that straight. Like, yo, let the people know why you fold with the money. Was that your plan from the jump? Let us know. Hey, you have your own show. Let us know. To buy him on my big house on a golf course to enjoy. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that, Kwame. Hats off to you and buying him mom a nice house. That's gentlemanism right there. I'm just fucking with you on all these other shit. Because you still, hey, I still listen to your show. So do I do with Mr. Tommy Sotomayor. I pay you guys respect. Carcino, Hassan Campbell, the Gully TV. But guys, before I start listening to any one of you guys, Star from the Star and Buckwild show is the first person that I used to listen to on YouTube that actually get me on YouTube was Star, because I used to listen to Star when I was living in New Jersey, Bergen County. I listened to Star and Buckwild on the radio in the mornings while I was going to work. They were very entertaining, and they always make my drive in traffic seems less and less when it comes on to the patience and waiting, you know? So yes, so Star had me introduced to YouTube, to where I started listening to these people. And then Corona, in the midst of Corona, I said to myself, I am going to launch me a channel, and I'm going to call it Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon, because for a guy that lives with chronic pain, I should be able to talk about what I've been through, what I'm going through, and how I try to help myself, and maybe I could help someone in the long run. Because chronic pain, it might be on a certain level at one day, but you're still going through it. And if you act your body up in any type of way where you try to do anything extra, you're going to feel the pain becomes more intense. So even when it's minimized, you still have to baby yourself around your body. Baby it. Like, okay, it's minimized today, so let me not try to, baby it. But then I get to the point where, I say, you know what? I'm not gonna baby this pain like, no. So I start going to the gym, start doing my exercise, and yes, it does hurt. I come home, I take a hot shower, I lay down for a while, and it slowly subsides. So I get to understand my body and how it operates. So I said to myself, okay, I could deal with this pain for 45 minutes or 30 minutes or so because I know once I'm out of here, I'm going into the shower, take a hot shower, and it will slowly subsides. But at least I got my exercise done for the day. And the exercise really, really helps because I remember times in this house, guys, when I don't go outside to do no form of exercise, and the pain becomes so much more excruciating constantly, constantly, until I go out and do some type of exercise. So I know exercise really, really helps when it comes on to chronic pain. It does help a lot. It does help. You glide these nerves, and it helps a lot because it works for me. It works for me. And I can't tell you nothing else. It works for me. So enough of that, with the chronic pain. I hope all my friends out there are doing well. And if you're not, I hope, you have better days ahead of you pretty soon. So, folks, so yes, today, like I said, by just giving me a phone call, having a great conversation, that made my day. What made your day today? What's making your day today? Comment down below, let me know, give me a thumbs up. Let me know what's making your day or what made your day. Let's keep you going on a positive scale. Because today, folks, the negativity outweighs the positivity because there's so much negative going on around because there are so many different outlets out there today in today's day. Before you just used to have the television or the newspaper as an outlet. Now you have the outlet, the media at your fingertips, and also you have different type of outlets at your fingertips. So a lot of things today are so misconstrued that we as people have to dissect to find the real truth in that. That's just the way the world works. Understand it, learn how to live with it, or move on without it, which I don't think that's possible. So for Mr. Tommy Sotomayor and Mr. Kwame Brown, I wish you guys could squash your beef man to man, where Tommy could call into Kwame's show or Kwame call into Tommy's show and you guys squash that beef because you know what, guys? There's a lot of room here for everybody and anybody. So what we're doing right there with this internet beef, it's not great. It's not positive because the young kids are looking at this and sometimes they take it different and take it also personal. Because you see what happened with the young rappers out there that are dying in mass numbers, and some of them is because of the internet beef. So as grown men, as adults, we see and know where it's not worth it. So let's not try to prolong these internet beefs. Let's just solve them like men and move on with your channel and move on with my channel. Get back to what I believe in, vice versa. Life goes on. Because I love watching your guys' shows, but this beefing back and forth, especially when there's not much merit to the beef. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and then it becomes immature in my mind. I love and support all YouTubers. Try to give them my positive input, and I'm also waiting for their positive input. And any YouTuber out there want to collaborate with me, Chronic Pain Inner Demon, just drop me a line down below. Let me know, and we could collaborate and move this thing forward further and further with the chronic pain that a lot of people are living with around this world and need more voices out there to stand up for them. My name is Raymond Nugent, aka Chronic Pain Inner Demon. Before I go, I always say, who feels it knows it. Peace. There's a natural mystic blowing in the air. Black man story, African liberty. A black man story, a war, African liberty. Do you remember the days? Do you remember the days? Do you remember?